You're watching Alan Online TV. Now your host, Alan De Leon.
Okay, hello, good evening everybody. Sorry about that. My internet fluctuated somehow. I know. Iniisip niyo ako ay isang ghost. Yes, Halloween. Happy Halloween everybody. Okay, joining me is my good friend, my co-host, Coach Eric Melchor. Coach Eric, I'm going to put you on screen right now. Say hello to our viewers.
Ah, hello. Grabe. Ang ganda ng effect mo, Coach Alan, ah. Pang Halloween.
Yeah.
Hello sa mga viewers natin
Yes.
ngayon. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Hope mag-enjoy kayo.
Yes. Coach Eric, we have a very special guest. I met him online and he's really good sa mga tech, mga tools, gadgets, and everything. Actually, when I saw his live streaming, I told myself I needed an upgrade. Because ganda ng camera, his lighting, everything is perfect. Anyway, later on, you're going to meet this guy. So anyway, Coach Eric, how are you doing?
Who, me, Coach Eric, Coach Alan? I'm fine. I'm doing
Sorry.
great.
Okay, guys, pasensya na kayo sa internet connection ko. Medyo nagfa-fluctuate. My internet connection is somehow fluctuating. It's a good thing Coach Eric Melchor is here with us so that in the event that I disappear because of my poor internet connection, then Coach Eric will be the one to take over. So it has been this way. Di ba, Coach Eric? We've been doing this for, I don't know, maybe a year now. Yes. So anyway, let me bring back my let me get rid of this this filter. Wait. Okay, now am I okay, Coach Eric?
Yeah.
Wait. Let me fix my where is that? All right, here we go. Oops. Okay, wait. Oh my. This is scary. Oh, I'm a ghost. All right. Am I okay now, Coach Eric?
Yeah, mukhang half-faced ka. Cyber.
Right. So anyway, never mind about this filter that I have. So let's say hello to our audience. Why don't we do that, Coach Eric? So who do we have here sa comment section? Okay, let's see.
Siderex, nandito rin si Sir Michael G. Hindi nawawala. Siderex TV, mga techie yan eh. Sir Michael G, hindi nawawala.
Okay, si Mommy Guy, this is Mommy Lala. Mommy Lala. Her name is Mommy Lala. Hello, Mommy Lala. Sabi niya, V Money Gaming. Hi po, sana malagyan niyo po ng Gcash ko para sa lola po. That's nice. First time ko nakarinig ng ganyan,
may pag-game
Coach
Coach Allen.
First time.
Baka meron kang game.
Right. And then, video call. Okay. We have Tony's Brain Quirk. Sabi niya waiting, so we're live na. And then sabi ni Coach Eric kanina, si Siderex TV, lupit talaga si Sir Allen sa edit. Okay, then Panalo. Then sabi niya, wow. All right. And then we have Sir Michael G. Anong sabi niya, Coach Eric? Sabi niya, uy, Sir Allen, hello po. Handang-handa na sa Halloween. Yes, handang-handa na sa Halloween. Then sabi niya, hi Alan and Eric, glad that you have John Ryan of Coffee Talk and Tech here tonight. Yes. We're very excited. We have a lot of questions. Right, Coach Eric?
Yes.
And we have Sir Michael G. Sabi niya, Cydrex TV and Tony's Brainquirk, hello po. And who else do we have here? Ayan, sabi niya, hala, biglang katatakutan agad. And then si Rene Maru, sabi niya, I have a question, pwede po ba? Yes, Rene Maru, hindi pa tayo nag-start, pero may question ka na, very good.
Yeah.
Ito si Silver Lining TV, si Pastor Daryl Nacario, sabi niya, blessed night. Hello, Pastor. And then we have Fahad Mutebi, sabi niya, wow. And then si Pastor, si Silver Lining TV, ayos. All right. Okay. Coach Eric.
Yeah, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Stay tuned lang kayo. If you will learn a lot from this guy, especially on the online industry, you need to be techie somehow. You need, kumaga, as Coach Alan mentioned a while ago, you need to upgrade, no? Eventually, in yung battlefield when you're on the online. Kasi Coach Alan, tinan mo yung mukha niya.
That is right. Yes. So guys, we would just like to find out how's our internet connection? Are we blurry? Are we okay? How's our audio? Can you just write it down sa comment section so we would know? As far as I'm concerned, I'm looking at my internet. It's okay, but somehow it's fluctuating. So I'm a little bit scared because anytime I can disappear here and leave Coach Eric here with our special guest. It happened, I think, a lot of times, right, Coach Eric? Suddenly, yeah, I froze and disappeared, and Coach Eric Melchor took over. There was a time that I couldn't get back, right, Coach Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. There's some questions here. Sir Michael G. From guesting nyo kay Cypro last week, Sir Allen, and yesterday, Sir Eric, eto naman ang live stream ni Allen Dale. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. And then from Mommy Guide, or Mama Lala, sabi ni Mama Lala, right now it's okay, but indeed it's fluctuating, even Sir Eric, but now is stable na po. Thank you, Mama Lala. I hope Coach Reynold would come in because he has a very good internet signal, so he might just help us out later when the internet is really not good. By the way, Coach Eric, si Mama Lala, which is si Mommy Guide Incorporated, Inc., ang ganda ng camera niya. As in, when I saw her live yesterday, it was yesterday, ang ganda ng, her camera, ang ganda, clear, naka-blurred yung background niya, clear na clear. So, I really need an upgrade, Coach Eric. I badly need an upgrade. Anyway, so,
exactly.
I think...
But talaga pagka medyo crisp.
Right. Eto may question ka agad. Question ko po about Adobe Flash Player. Kapag wala na Adobe Flash Player, hindi na po ba mag-play ng YouTube? Boy, that's something I don't know. Do you know anything about that, Coach Eric? Adobe Flash Player? Anyway,
actually, kung ni-record mo na siya at saka na-upload mo na sa YouTube, mag-play pa rin yun. Adobe Flash Player, parang editor lang siya, di ba?
Yeah, I think you don't need the Adobe Flash Player. Yeah, it's still going to play.
Flash Player.
Right.
Actually,
sorry. Go ahead.
May mga settings yun, I believe. May mga settings yun that you need to set up to allow Adobe Flash to play. Parang ganun.
All right. So, Adobe Flash Player. Okay, let me get Coach Reynold is already here. Let me get him. Wait. Let me send him in. Coach Reynold, hello.
Ayan, good evening. Ano nangyari sa mukha mo?
I'm the Joker tonight.
I'm ready to judge.
It's Halloween. That's why I have all of these filters. Coach Reynold, say hello first before we even begin.
Ayun, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, no? Good evening, Coach Eric and Coach Allen. Yan. Good evening. Medyo, ano, parang matcha-challenge yata yung English natin ngayon kasi parang, imported yata yung guest mo ngayon.
Right.
Naman
Eto
kasi
may
ikaw yung nasa Amerika.
right,
Di ba? Si Coach Reynolds kasi nasa Amerika. Ikaw
right,
nasa namin.
Ewan ko ba yung
Nosebleed kami. Ikaw at least everyday. Tasalita ka ng English dyan kami. From time to time lang.
hindi, yung
right,
so, alam mo, nauna pa akong dumating dito sa Amerika. Mas magagaling pa
right.
sila mag-English sa akin.
Ganun ba? So guys, we really need to get our dictionary and all of our vocabulary words right, because of course we need to speak fluent English, you know. Anyway, si Rich Tips, sabi ni Rich Tips, Adobe Flash Player, dati kailangan yan for browsers to play vids, pero ngayon lahat ng browser ay may built-in na. Thank you, Rich Tips. Yan. Very good. Thank you for helping us out here. Actually, I really don't know, but thank you, Rich Tips. And then
May tip
sabi
na.
ni Mommy Guide, sabi niya, salamat po Sir Alan, very old Canon 5D Mark II lang po ang gamit ko. Sir, thanks for your video on how to fix the tax for content creators. Super duper easy to follow po ang video niyo. Nako, thank you rin Mama Lala for inspiring me. I really need to upgrade my camera. And then, meron siyang follow-up. Sabi niya, hi Coach Reynolds. Oh, you're an eCam user. eCam user ka, Coach Reynolds, ha?
Beta tester po ako ng Ecam.
Oh,
Okay.
ayun.
Okay.
May brand deal with Ecam eh. May brand deal with Ecam.
Okay. So guys, how time flies when we're having fun. It's already 8 o'clock. I think we need to introduce our guest now. Okay lang ba sa inyo?
Okay na okay.
Okay, sige. So I'm removing my mask now. So,
Mag-mute na
okay
ako,
guys.
English yan eh.
So just a backstory on how I got to know our special guest. Okay, backstory lang. So I was doing some video editing. So I got tired. So I told myself, why don't I just browse the YouTube platform and just relax and watch some videos? And so when I was browsing sa homepage, then I saw John Ryan's Coffee Talk and Tech live streaming. He's live streaming. So I wondered, who's this guy? Why don't I check him out? So I clicked the live stream, and then there I saw John together with his friend, J.A. Smith. So they were discussing about gadget, tools, cameras, and everything. So I got interested and I learned a lot from them. From then on, every time he would go live stream, I would attend. But I was a silent viewer. I was not greeting them in the comment section. I was just a silent viewer. Then later on, I got the courage, so then I typed and then made a comment. And that's how it all started. Anyway, why don't we welcome our very special guest who's going to teach us a lot of tech stuff so that we would learn and improve our live streaming. So why don't we welcome, let me give that intro.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Naririnig ba yung aking background, ano? Okay, so guys, let's welcome John Ryan. Woohoo! There you go.
Yay! I made it, Mom. Look, I'm on Alan's show. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Hi, Coach
John.
Eric. Hi, Coach Reynolds. Hi, Alan.
Wow, you have a Halloween background there.
Yeah, we're doing a Halloween show on Tuesday and Thursday. So I started a little bit, but my wife is going to make it look a lot better, I hope.
Wow, it's really good. Yeah,
just-
you have a pumpkin there. Is that a pumpkin?
Yeah, I got a couple pumpkins on this side. I got the ghost. And then actually that red stuff back here with the chain is supposed to be like blood dripping down the wall, but it's just a plastic adhesive. And on Tuesday and Thursday, we're having some people on just for fun to wear some outfits and Halloween costumes and really just have a nice fun time. So we're getting ready for it.
Wow, that is great.
I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited, right? So,
awesome.
Jam, I'd like to find out, where are you? Are you from the US, Canada? I think I
Yeah.
haven't asked you that.
So I'm about 35 miles outside of New York City, in New Jersey, and I work in New York City off and on during the week, but I work very close to New York also. So, yeah.
Okay. So my very first question is, how did you become a YouTuber or a live streamer? Yeah, that is
Yeah.
the thing that I would want
So
to ask first.
it's so of course we know the circumstances have been really different in the world the last, year and a half. And my son is 10 years old, and when he was around 8.5 or so, and we were home from work, I was home for work for 6 weeks, and they were out of school. He wanted to start a YouTube channel so bad. So I was like, okay, let's do this, because in my heart of hearts, I wanted to start a YouTube channel back in 2008, and it never just happened. And what really got me stopped of why I never went to start a YouTube channel, and this is the funny thing, it was the tech. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to edit. All I knew is how to pick up a camera and take pictures. And so I started this journey with my son. We started his channel, and then about 8 months later, I said, hey, maybe I'm going to start my own finally now. Maybe I'm going to do this. And so I started using everything really basic. I mean, just using the editing software on Windows. I got rid of my old Mac, which I'm not against a Mac or for a PC. It was just what I had at the time. And I used to build computers in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, gaming computers. And so I was overclocking. So that I was familiar with. But I didn't know anything about editing. I didn't know anything about video. And so everything in the last year, in all the knowledge that I found out in the last year, was all in like 14 months from scratch. And then fast forward, this is where I am now. And I can't even believe that I'm here. So.
Right. Yes. And John, congratulations. You hit the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. Yoo-hoo!
Yay!
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm really excited and really fortunate. I got monetized on this past Monday, and I'm it's like so surreal to me. The whole journey from start to finish has just been so surreal, and I can't believe I did it in just a little over a year. And it was really hard when you have a whole and you guys know this, if you have a family and you got to have a job and all these things included with doing YouTube, it's a lot of work. And so I give props to anybody that can get that far. So
Right. So John, so when you upload your first video,
Yeah.
so what did you do? I mean, did you felt nervous when you were filming your first video or before you uploaded? What was your experience?
So I took photography in high school, Alan, but we're talking 30 years ago. So it was black and white inside a dark room. There was no digital anything, but I was pretty darn good at photography. So I started from scratch. I got myself a Canon M50, and I bought that camera, and I took it around with me, started getting familiar with the Canon M50. And I just did my first video, actually, was me walking around at work and filming and piecing together everything. I since then have taken that off my channel because it doesn't relate to any of the tech stuff. But the second video I did, which is me comparing some different mics, was literally 3 weeks later. And sitting in front of the camera was awkward. It was awkward talking to nobody about stuff and looking at the camera. But I wasn't fearful of really talking, because my feeling in life, like if I used to be an athlete, and I've spoken in front of, a few hundred people at a time. And I always think like everybody's got to start at ground zero. No one starts like being great. No one looks fantastic from the start. No one sounds fantastic from the start. And it's just these small little increments that you make to get better and better. And when you realize and you don't put that pressure on yourself, that's when I think you start doing better and better yourself. It's not because we're our own worst critic, and we always look at ourselves and say, but like I look at your intro when you come in and I see how you talk with the people in the audience, and I see how, how well you live stream and put the live stream together. And I say, hey, those are things that I can improve on, my intro, my outros, and I got a feeling, I just have a little feeling that you've watched some nutty videos. So I don't. So, and he's one of my faves. So really that's, I got to where I am now and made these improvements small, but I'm a big fan of tech. Every guy that I talk to loves tech in some way. And I just made these increments and got better and got better. And now the camera that I'm using right in front of me is literally one of the cheapest mirrorless cameras there are. It's the Canon M50 Mark II. But listen, I started with a Logitech and I still have it up here as like a backup that just sits on top right here. And that's what everyone starts with, I think. So
yeah, that is what I'm using right now. I think Coach Eric is also using a Logitech. Coach Reynold, what are you using for your camera?
Yeah, I have Logitech too. The C9.
Okay.
But now today I'm using my old iPhone using Camo. Yeah. So I
Okay.
combine Camo.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the great
Okay.
thing. And that's what I always try to tell people. Like, you can buy one of these Ulanzi MT16, right, selfie sticks, and it's got a little cold shoe on the side. You can slide a little shotgun mic in there or not, and then you can put your phone on top by just, and what's great about this is this extends. And so if you put this on the table, this folds out and it's like a little tripod. And then all you have to do is get one of these Ulanzi ST03s, and this folds out, and you put your phone inside here and clamp it down on top. And this has a cold shoe. So you could put a light and you could put a mic on here. And for very cheap, right off the bat, you can have like your own phone setup and go vlogging at the same time. So that's like, I know like everybody looks at us, or they might look at me and say, oh, this is, a level that, you aspire to get to, but everyone starts somewhere, and it's about the tools that are at hand that aren't expensive just to make what you have better. So that's
Right. Actually, John, I did bought a new camera. It's the Sony ZV-1. I don't know if you know
Do I
that camera. I
know
guess you know that camera. I
it's
think
right
you know
here.
that camera.
Look, this is my overhead right here. Is my ZV-1. And then
Wow, you have a ZV-1.
and then
Nice.
this right here is a ZV-E10.
Okay.
This back here, which shows my
Wow.
whole back setup, this is a Canon EOS R with a 24 to 70 millimeter lens. So
John, don't take the camera. I want to see your back. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Wow.
yeah. So what a lot of people don't realize is to have the best look, even if it's your C920 that you're using, the lighting is so important. So as long as you got really good lighting and it's set up correctly where it's not reflecting off you, and you could see like these lights, you would think that a lot of times you would face these lights at you. And a lot of times, because these are edge lit. Now, I don't know if you know what edge lit means. It just means that these are all LEDs on the outside edge that light up the whole panel, just like the Elgatos do, except these are less than half the price. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Coach Reynolds. So that's
Now,
my
how did you
str-
do that?
You have that
So how did you do that? A pop-up of someone who subscribed.
I think we have to tell each
Hey,
other
go ahead,
some
John.
secrets.
Sorry.
Alan, I think we have to tell each other some secrets because you got some good secrets and I got some
I
good
think so. I think so. We need to exchange notes, John.
Yes. But all right, so it's not too big of a secret because I'm a Nutty fan also, and I'm an Alpha Gaming fan, and that is Stream Elements. So you could just connect your YouTube page right through Stream Elements, and there's a reason. And I know you probably know there's a difference between OBS Studio and then Streamlabs OBS. And the
Right.
major difference is that the Streamlabs OBS is really made for a lot of beginners because they incorporate everything into that OBS. But the gamers really like the OBS Studio because it separates everything into it isn't intense on your CPU. So everything is cloud based on the internet. And so that comes in, it doesn't hit my CPU like it would on Streamlabs. And so that's the benefit of having it through Stream Elements. And I set that up. I didn't know how to do it. I watched a video on YouTube just like everybody does, and I taught myself how to do that. And then also, when you get super chats, Alan, like I wanted something to pop up and show and give me a little alarm so I could see it in case you ever miss it in the chat. So I have it for my super chats and I have it for my subscribers.
Okay, so all right, so of course we have a lot of viewers who are just starting their YouTube channel, or maybe they are planning to do live streaming. So
Yeah.
my follow-up question, let's start with the camera. So if you're new, I believe that you could start with the webcam, which is the Logitech C920. So for example, me, I'm using my Logitech and I plan to upgrade. What would be a good camera upgrade? Now there is two choices. Either you get a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera. Now, this is my question. Although I heard about DSLR cameras and mirrorless camera, I really don't know what's the difference between the two. Maybe you could share us a little bit what's the difference between the two so we can make a decision which camera to use.
Yeah, so it's really technology. So the DSLRs, they still have a physical mirror inside with a prism that the light shines off and bounces off and sends that to the sensor. And with the mirrorless is exactly what it says. There's no mirror. This is all just brought in by processors and sensors, both. And then they translate everything into the image. And so that has allowed these cameras to get smaller and smaller because they are replacing a lot of the inside that with the mirror. And then, if you look like at a Canon 80D and then you look at a Canon M50 or an M50 Mark II, it's got the same exact processor in it, but the camera in an M50 is smaller. It's got the Digitex 8 in there, and it's just smaller though. And so that is one benefit of that. And since that technology has come so far, they're not going back to DSLR. So all the new Sonys, everything that's moving forward, the R6, the R5s, which are cameras that are out of my reach, but everything is mirrorless now. And so that's the way the technology has been mirrorless.
Okay, so in other words, if we're going to do an upgrade for a camera from a webcam, we need to choose a mirrorless camera and not the DSLR.
Oh, okay. So it's not a really simple answer, but let's just take a look. There's a new Elgato camera out. That's a webcam, okay? And that's $200. Now, it doesn't have autofocus, but the quality of the picture is pretty darn good for $200. Do I think it's overpriced? Yes, I think it's a bit overpriced, but I think the quality of the image is pretty good because you got to remember when you go with the camera, then it has to be a lens that's, can be included. And then there has to be SD cards included, and there has to be cables included. So when you start including all these extra things, you might find yourself at a price point that is even a little bit higher that you're not comfortable with. So I would say like the first upgrade might be the new Elgato camera that came out a few months ago. And then from there, I would say the next thing is it's not necessarily not a DSLR, but if you're going to buy used, and I'm not against buying used equipment. This is a Rodecaster Pro. I've bought this used off a YouTuber. I have an A10 Mini here, which is a physical switcher that I bought off of a guy who was using this at church. And so you can find like a Canon SL3, which is a DSLR, and it's the same processor in there as the Canon M50. And if you can find a Canon M50, a Canon M50 Mark II, or this, or even a Sony, my personal opinion is I wouldn't go with anything less than a Sony A6100. But I think at this point, if you can find any of those used, I think it's a home run before you buy something new.
Yes, because when I bought the Sony ZV-1, it's pricey compared
It
to
is.
a Logitech webcam.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
with the Elgato, I think this is the Elgato FaceTime. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yeah, the face cam.
Elgato FaceTime, which I think Logitech StreamCam, and with the Razor Kayo
Yeah.
or Kio. I think those are the
Kayo, right.
brands that are competing.
Right. And so all of those are fairly close in price. And I know it goes from 150 to 200, but I would just, if you're looking to upgrade, I would definitely stick with the best of those three. And it seems like everybody is pretty much saying that it is the Elgato. But listen, that could change tomorrow. There's always firmwares that change things. So you have to really take a look at what is being brought to the table at the time. And because technology changes all the time. I mean, this Sony ZV-E10 for the price is, I don't know how anybody at that price point can ask for more of a camera at that point. It is really priced well. And I think the ZV-1 is an incredible camera. I love, I have that little Ulanzi lens that you adhere to it. And that gives you such a wide view. I know it's heavy, but it is such a good view. And then you take that off and you get like a 35 mil focal point with the original lens. And it's just a really good camera, very versatile. And so I do like the ZV-1 also.
Okay, so guys, am I lagging? So I hope I'm not. Anyway, Coach
you were lagging
Reynolds
a
is
little
here.
bit.
I think a little bit. Okay. So Coach Reynolds, are you okay? I think there's a
Yeah.
problem with Coach Eric's internet. He disappeared. Yeah. Anyway, that's our internet here in the
That's
Philippines.
live streaming, Alan, right? If that's the crazy thing is when people see a live stream that is flawless looking and really flows really nice, they don't have any idea how much hard work is involved. Like Mommy Lala's got 4 people there, including herself, and there's a lot going on. People don't realize, and you're using Ecamm. It's not just simple StreamYard. And so there's a lot going on, and she pulls it off really well. And so when people see streams like that, they should know there's a lot of hard work behind it.
Right. That's correct, John. So John, with regards to camera, so you're using right now is a Canon M50, is that correct?
Yeah. So I'm using the Canon M50, the Mark.
II?
Yeah, Mark II, correct. And I have
Mark
a
II. Okay, so I think this is your front
Yeah.
camera, right?
Yeah, so this is my front camera, and also I have a Sigma 16 millimeter 1.4 lens on here. So it's a really good quality lens.
Oh, now I understand. That's why you have that really clear,
Yeah.
if we compare our camera to your camera, yours is really, really different.
Thank you.
Really awesome.
Thanks. It's I started out with having my Canon EOS R here with a 2.8 lens on here, which is the one that I'm using for the back picture, which is this. And that was a great camera, and it's very nice lens, very clear. But I always want to have that camera available because my wife does some photography. She can just grab that camera, go do what she wants to do. And I always keep the Canon right here so it never gets touched, because you know how it is when you take a camera away from a computer and you come back and you're like, oh, did I set up everything correct? And so this camera always just stays right here.
Yes, yes, yes. Because once it's once you take the camera out and then you put it back, then what's happening? How come it's not the same? Did I
Right.
touch any of the configurations?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're trying to figure out why it's not focusing right or this or that. But, I tell you, when I look at you guys, I'm like, you guys look good enough, the picture looks clear. I like your backgrounds and everything. And I would just, my big thing that I always love is upgrading, now you might have tricks, Alan, and everything, but I know it is kind of hard to sometimes get your sound into StreamYard the way you want to. And when you go
Right.
through OBS, it's sometimes difficult in OBS to get your sound to come up in some certain things. And I tell you what, last couple months, I picked up the Wave XLR, which is right over here, and it has that Wavelink software. And
Okay.
I absolutely love this setup. The way it lets me control and route all the audio is just beautiful. So everything, my sounds, my everything is all through the Wave, and I can separate and change the volumes on everything. I really, really like it.
John, we have a question from one of our audience here. I'll put it on screen. According to Silver Lining TV, Daryl Nakaria, he said, with regards to mic, and what is the best for vlogging? And maybe
vlogging.
mic for blogging. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you have a question like that, you can really stretch the price points of what is the best. And so the Rode NTG video mics are always usually the best. The new one out would cost you about $250, and it's USB and XLR. And it's pretty incredible what that mic can do overall. But literally you can grab something like a Movo mic, which is a replica of one of the smaller Rode video mics, for $40. And I'll tell you what, I have this connected to a GoPro 7 Black, and I have this set up. Actually, this tube right here is one big battery. It's called the Ulanzi BG2, and I can run this for literally 5-6 hours without the battery dying.
Wow.
And I sit here and record, and this sounds wonderful. So once you go away, because I don't know if you guys all know, but the GoPro sound that is not that great. So when you hook up and connect one of these little shotgun mics, it's a world of difference. So for $40 I think anybody couldn't go wrong with one of these Movo, MOVEO video mics, or you can go with a Rode mic, which is like the video mics, and they're like $60.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
He's got one right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Which one is
Coach
that,
Reynolds.
Coach Reynolds?
Coach Reynolds, what is that?
It's the Movo.
Yeah. There you go.
It's
So
the same with
it's the
yours,
same
John?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when you go on there and you take a look, like say on Amazon, there's literally thousands of great reviews on this little Movo mic. And when you can save $25, that's a big savings for something that's really, really close in quality. So I'm always about trying to get the best bang for the dollar. And if this is giving me 93% or 95% of the quality of the Rode, I'm all for saving some money.
Yeah.
Right, right. Okay, so we are done with the camera. So now we understand what to say mirrorless and a DSLR camera. So
I have some.
yes, go ahead, Coach Reynolds. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm seeing
Go
the
ahead.
microphone in front of you, John. What is
Yes.
that microphone? And is it connected to your Rodecaster Pro in the background, or? to
So
the
no,
XLR?
that is not connected to my Rodecaster. This mic is an RE320, and it's been a mic that's been around for a great amount of time. And I picked this up used. I can't tell the difference. It looks like it was brand new. It smelled like it was brand new.
Yeah.
And so I bought this used on eBay, and I have that connected to my Wave XLR. And I went from a Rodecaster a few months ago. I used the Rodecaster for everything. But I was having the difficulties of coming into like StreamYard, and StreamYard, I'd have to have workarounds where I would use the sound pads to be able to play music and stuff, and it would go through. But really, on this Rodecaster, there's really great things. It's a great podcast tool, but as far as a streaming tool, you won't find anything better than the Wave XLR or the Go XLR. So those two things are the best for streaming. And being that the Wave XLR and Elgato's technology is always improving and getting better, I went with the Wave XLR, and I'm not going to turn back. I totally really enjoy it.
So the Wave XLR, you can connect this mic. This mic is what you call it? I forgot the term. It's not USB, right? It's the
Right. This is an XLR mic.
XLR mic.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, if you didn't want to get an XLR mic, the Wave system also started out as a USB mic, and the quality of the USB mic is exceptional. I mean, I have no problem getting that. I'm a fan of XLR mics because it's kind of cool that you can change a few things out and have different sounds, and you can have a condenser mic, and you can have a dynamic mic, right? So, but the Wave XLR is also available in USB. And have you ever seen the software before?
No, I heard that Wave XLR made by Elgato, right?
Yes.
When they released the Pacecam, I think they released.
Yep. The same exact day. And it's been sold out like ever since. And really quick, I mean, if you want me to, I could show you really quick the software. Do you want to see that? Okay. So this should work
Yes,
out
please,
well.
man.
Okay, so this is the software, and the great thing about this, it goes up to 8 channels that I can put in here. So I use this Firefox browser, which is my first channel besides my mic, where you see my mic moving up here. That is my browser for music. So that strictly comes in as music on that browser. And I can adjust the volume that I hear in the stream versus my headphones. That's why you see these headphones down here. And down here, this is for the stream. And then I can go to the next browser. I could play videos, and I use that for Chrome. And I adjust the volume on there. And then I go sound effects right here. And then I have my Spotify, and I can adjust the volume there. And this is my system. And now voice chat, like say you were playing a game and you had Discord. Now you can have a Discord right here, and you can change the volume in your headphones separate from the volume that's going out to the stream. And you can lock these together also and take them both down. If you want to have an offset, you click that. You can have an offset, and that will stay all the way. So it's really, really cool software. And then what I did is Alpha Gaming, and I'm in the process of doing a review on this. Alpha Gaming told me about this PC panel, which is this right here. This is strictly connected through USB. Now, each of those first 4 channels that I showed you, they're connected to this fader right here is my music. So this is hardwired right now to that fader in number 1 that I showed you for my music. So now I don't have to tab out and then go into the software and make that change. I just connect right here, and I have a fader built in. Now it's a little bit extra money, but it is amazing, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I like when you
Wow.
get your Stream Deck. It has that slow motion transition of that.
Oh, the fade. Yeah. That's built into, I'm using vMix for a PC. So vMix is has that 500 millisecond fade in there.
Very
Wow,
cool.
vMix.
Yeah, so I like vMix, and I'm not against, like I said, a Mac system, but I love the fact that if you're building a PC, you can get a motherboard that can be upgradable for like 2 generations of CPUs. So if I build something right now and I have a motherboard that's capable of taking Ryzen CPUs for the next 2 generations, then all I have to do is take the old CPU out and put a new one in, and my CPU is upgraded, and then you just change your video card out, and you make sure that you have like don't cheap out on a good power supply and all those extra things, and then this way you can upgrade for half the price 2 years from now. So I'm all about like what makes sense the most. I'm very analytical on that.
Right,
John, you're
right.
using OBS, right? Or
Say that again.
you're using OBS?
No. So I'm using vMix, and I use the virtual
Oh,
cam from vMix. And I started out with using the virtual cam of OBS. And that's how I was doing my StreamYards in the beginning with my live streams. And I didn't find out until about 5 months into my YouTube channel that I absolutely loved live streaming. And when I started engaging and starting on my own with my live streams, I was in a group. We were learning a little bit about live streaming, and that's where I met my co-host J.A. Smith. And so I was a month in where I told myself, I sat down with my wife and I was like, I want a live stream. What am I waiting for? And so she's like, why don't you just do it? You said you want to do it. And so I jumped right into it April 1st of this past year. I started doing live streams by myself for the first month. And you can look back to April and you can see the difference of how 5, 6 months go by, and just slowly I start improving every little aspect of how the
Yeah.
lives went.
Yes, John, I did that, and I really saw a tremendous change from your videos. There's
Yeah.
one video that you created wherein you're in a room, but it's a different room from what you have right now. I just don't know if that's another room from your house, or is it a different house that you move in? I really don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is a different house. So, on top of starting this whole YouTube channel this year, after 12 years of living in the same place, we moved about 20 miles away. And then I was able to have this room dedicated just for my YouTube studio. And so I'm very fortunate in those aspects. And yeah, and this is what I've been doing. And that's kind of like when you saw me changing the colors, my wife pointed out, like, paint your background gray. This way you can cast colors on it. You can go and do like thumbnails off the back. And so she was the reason why I painted it the color it is. And then I was able to go in and change my lighting. And we both did that video on that to show how easy it is with the correct background.
Right, right. So, John, going back to the microphone, I noticed that you have one particular microphone behind you, the one with the pumpkin beside the what's that microphone? It looks really
So
good.
I'm a fan of mics, and so I have a few sitting on the shelves behind me. Also, I have a Rode NT1 condenser because it is the cheapest mic that you'll find with the lowest noise floor. It is a really good quality mic for the price, but it is not cheap. It was $265, and then I have this mic, the RE320, and this was what I was using before, which is the pod mic. The pod mic for $100 as a XLR mic that connects in the back here to an audio interface. This mic, I feel, is about the best mic that you could get for $100, the best dynamic mic. And so I'm a big fan of the pod mic. And it's not, and that's the thing about mics. It's not for everybody's voice. So that's what I always want to stress, is that how I may sound on here, your register in your voice may be different and it might not sound the same. So that's why it's not a guarantee for everybody, but I'm a big fan of the pod mic.
John, I am looking for new microphones because, of course, I also want to upgrade. And I came across a particular mic, which is the Shure MV7. Is that okay? Have you heard of that microphone? If yes, what can you say about the Shure MV7?
Well, I'm almost 99% sure that's the one that is XLR and USB at the same time. Am I correct? Okay, yeah. So no, it's a great mic, and it sounds great. But I just really, for that price, I really would like you, being the streamer that you are and how serious you are about streaming, I would really like you to look into the Wave XLR setup, even if it's possibly the USB setup, or if you went with the Wave XLR system. I want you to look at that, because a guy like you would really love the ability to be able to change everything on the fly and have a great setup like that. So just think about like looking into the audio routing, because it's fantastic. But yes, for the answer, that mic is a great mic for its price. But like everything else, you have to get something that necessarily, it might sound good or might not on you. But I like the versatility of that mic, because that's what's so great about it, right? You can use it USB or XLR.
Right, right. Okay, so guys, if you have any question for John, you can put it there in the comment section. Anything about live streaming, go ahead. So now let's move on. Now, this is my favorite. If you would like to add anything else with regards to camera and mic, John, would like to add anything?
The one thing I'd like to say is my biggest pain point when I was starting streaming was I thought that I should upgrade my audio interface first. And that was a mistake. I thought I should upgrade my camera first, because the camera is going to make a big difference. Oh, that was a mistake. And so I learned right from the start. I went through 2 sets of cheaper lights, and the lights were, what a lot of people and new YouTubers buy. And so I thought that would be great. And it ended up being really painful all the way around, always trying to make myself look better. And the lighting was just really struggling. And finally, and you get this view, and you see these lights that I was talking about earlier. Now, I recommend these all the time. These are Dasney's D50s. And the Dasney D50s are the best priced lights for a YouTuber or a streamer on the desk. So you get 2 lights, and you get a remote control that I adjust the lighting for, and you can adjust the temperature of the lights also. And then what's really great about them is there's no software connected to these like the Elgato, so you don't have to worry if something goes wrong with software. And then the other plus thing is, which is a big plus, you can put a battery on the back of these and use them remotely. So you don't have to plug them in. Say if you want to do a little photo shoot, you want to use them for a thumbnail. And so I bought these lights, and I got them on sale during Black Friday time with Amazon last year for $167 for both of them with the stands. Now, we know if you look in the USA dollars, the one Elgato cost you $200. So to have both of these with a remote for $167, upgrade your lighting before you spend your money on your camera and your audio interface, because your lighting is going to be essential.
Okay. So John, I think they would want to know, what is your background light with the violet background lights that you have? I already know, but I think they still don't know.
So I'm using all of them right now, but if you look at the live stream I did, or Alan just did the video on the RGB lighting. Let me see. You know what? I could grab one of these. I can grab one. We know that these lights, you can adjust them on an app. Look how small they are. They're outdoor lighting RGBs. And so you can use these indoors. They're definitely safe for indoors. And they're LED, so they don't take a lot of electricity, only 15 watts each. And you cast these, and you can see the difference it makes.
Right.
You put it on the ground, and as long as you have like a whitish or maybe a gray background is always really good. But if you have that kind of background that absorbs the light, it might not be able to reflect as much. But I have these on 50% right now, and you can see how much lighting is in my room, and still I'm casting. Now, if I want to make a bigger like a difference in general, I could turn off these backlights and that would make the background stand out even more. But it all depends, because when you're wearing a black shirt or if you're wearing a white, a lot of times you want to change your background lighting because it definitely makes a difference on the forefront of what stands out.
Right. Wow. Okay. Wow.
But
So guys, are you learning? Coach Eric, Coach Reynold, how are you doing? I'm absorbing a lot of things here right now.
Yeah, I'm learning.
yeah,
I'm learning.
you're going to absorb everything out of your wallet is what happens.
Right, right.
Oh,
So,
man.
so John, are you a full-time YouTuber live streaming now, or are you still do you go to
No.
work? Do you have a business?
So I've worked in communications, technology communications for the last 15 years. So I splice fiber optics. I do all like Cat5 wiring. I do camera systems, PTZ cameras, anything that goes with telephone systems and stuff like that. And that's what I do for a living. And so you would think everything kind of translates to technology, but YouTube smarts and YouTube technology is totally different. And so learning the cameras and learning these computer systems and these, DaVinci Resolve to use my editing, it's free. I use DaVinci Resolve. I try to find anything and everything to be cost effective, but also want to upgrade what I think I should look like. And I'm spending a little bit more money than I want to, but I love streaming and I definitely don't see myself stopping, and I only see myself improving. So I work a full-time job. I have a 10-year-old, I have a wife, and I've been doing this part-time for a year. And I stopped to pat myself on the back this week and say to myself, I really just can't believe where I got in a year. And it was really some of the people that is in your audience here have been the people that have supported me and watched me and seen me grow from what I am. And I'm so thankful to be where I am right now. And also just to be on like your show and having great discussions with other YouTubers has been like the most amazing thing to me. And you're halfway around the world and we're having a fantastic discussion on this stuff. It's just so amazing.
Yes, John. I tried to dig a little bit about you. So I tried to look at your Facebook profile, and I saw one of your photos there. I think you're a weightlifter. Is that correct?
So I used to be a competitive power lifter. Yes, a power lifter. And so I did that for, in my 20s. And I started lifting weights when I was about 15 years old. And so I did it until I was about 30. And for like the last 20 years, not so much, but yes, I used to be a competitive lifter and I used to ride a lot of different motorcycles, a lot of high-end Japanese, Italian motorcycles. And I love my motorcycles, but I had a really bad accident. And so I'm off the motorcycles, which got me into YouTube also.
John, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't announce it. My family didn't know that I have a YouTube channel, even my coworkers during that time. So how about you? Your coworkers, did they know that you have a YouTube channel?
So, Alan, you know how this rolls. So this is really weird, right? So when you start out and you start telling people, they think it's like a joke. They think the whole thing is a joke. And it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. Because the percentage of people getting to any kind of success on YouTube is very low. But the thing is, if you put the plan together at some point, you can make it happen. I didn't even realize where I was going with a YouTube channel until about 5 months in. And then when I started really paying attention to people that are smarter than me, the information is out there. You know what you need to do. You need to get out of your own way. Just start making videos, whether they're whatever quality they are, you're going to improve. And that's the idea. Just start making videos. And honestly, Alan, like I look at your stuff and I love your thumbnails. I love that the energy I feel even when I look at one of your thumbnails. And I'm like, this is the kind of stuff I want to portray. Everybody can get better and you got to start somewhere. And so I take in everything and absorb it. And if you have a goal in mind, you just try to reach that goal. So in the beginning, when I told people, they laughed. And a couple of friends that know me better, they were like, if he's serious, he'll do okay, because they know that I won't stop, you know? And so I rolled with it. And then when things started generating a little bit, I had to let the cat out of the bag to everybody. So I was like, listen, I'm serious about this. I want to let you know I'm serious. And so only about a month and a half ago, I let a lot of my friends know, and that really helped me propel, because I didn't want to use that yet until they saw something happening with me. And when they saw that I had like 700, 800 subscribers and 50 videos, 60 videos, 70 videos, then they started saying, "Hey, this guy's serious." And before I didn't see much, but so they supported me more so because they saw me driving towards a goal. And then I just started pushing forward with that. And with the support of the YouTube community that I have around me, I was so fortunate to have some really big supporters in me. And I was able to get here. And like I said, I'm over the moon about it. Over the moon.
Right, right. So, John, have you ever have a basher? Because I have some bashers. So my question is, if you have a basher, what can you advise people if they have a basher? What do they need to do?
So I will tell you, when it happens for the first time in some way, like say you even have a stream and someone sends you an email or a message about something that they took wrong, it kind of hurts. It's a little hard, and you don't know how to take it. And I will always say, take it and don't reflect on it too much. If it's something that's totally visible that is wrong, that's one thing. You could say you're sorry always. But if it's you doing the best you can, and you're never gonna make everybody happy. And so try to do the best you can to make most people happy. And that's the idea, right? But you're never going to make everybody happy. And then when you start having some form of success, you're going to have people that are jealous of your success also. And it's sadly true. And I wish everybody knew how much hard work it takes to get to 20,000 subscribers, or let alone 1,000 subscribers. So if you think it was just magic and it happened, no, it doesn't. It's hard work, and your family actually has to support you and be supportive about it. I know my wife was in the comments. She's up. She made a little comment, hello to me earlier. There's other people here. They're the reasons, and if they weren't behind me, I wouldn't be able to put the success into this, because really, truly, they're the heroes, because I'm down here doing what I'm dreaming about doing, and they're supporting my ideas. So I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, it's hard work. And if I think everybody knew how hard it was, then maybe they would stop bashing.
Right, right. Yes, we just totally ignore those people.
Yeah, you
Why
can't take it in.
concentrate? Yeah, why concentrate on that one basher when you have a community that supports and delights what you do?
Right. Yeah, you have to put that energy back into those people that support you. And that one person, they'll go find their tribe somewhere else, right? And so I try to find my tribe, and that's what we all try to do, is find people that accept you for you. And maybe I'm not the most sensitive guy, or I'm a little rough around the edges. Listen, I'm from New Jersey. Us New York, New Jersey people are a little rough around the edges. But when people see that I truly am looking to give of me, then I think that's where people realize that dude's a good guy. And that's just all I try to do.
Yes. Okay. John, we have a question from Renemaru. I have a question about wired webcam. Is it okay to use 3 to 5 wired webcam to insert laptop or desktop at once?
Okay, so every computer is a little bit different. And so the USB bus is usually separated on 2 buses. And if you can possibly overload one of those USB buses, so you have to do your little bit of testing. And so you definitely can use 2 or 3 of those cameras and get different views. And you can pull those into OBS, and we've all done it before, because I've had an overhead as a USB camera before, and I've used another camera just facing me. So yes, you can, but just make sure you test everything out and make sure that your particular PC can handle all those. But that's a good question because that's another cheap way to have multiple views, right?
Okay.
So
Right. Now, here's a question from Craps by Ayen B. Been
She's
wondering,
great.
are you guys use Canva for your thumbnails? John, what do you use for your thumbnails?
Yeah, so I use Canva Pro actually, and I've been using Canva for a while now. I am not super, you know, crafty with using a lot of Photoshop and stuff like that, and Canva just really simplifies it for me. And I'm really just trying to get better at what a good thumbnail looks at and looks like. And so I try to just improve each time. But yep, I use Canva for sure.
Right. For me, I'm using when I was starting during that time, creating my YouTube channel and creating thumbnails. I use Microsoft PowerPoint,
Okay, yeah.
and then of course I upgraded. I'm using PicMaker and Canva. So, Coach Eric, what thumbnail software are you using?
Yeah,
Let's see from
I'm
the
also
guys here.
I'm also using PicMaker and Canva. I've learned it from Coach Alan, of course. I have a question, if I may, to
Go ahead, Coach
Jan.
Eric.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've established your brand, the Coffee Talk and Tech, and you have a shirt. I really like that. Hope we can get that one. um, when did you come up with that brand? Is it from the very start before you started YouTube, or along the way?
So I love your question. That's a great question, actually. So I started out right away with the name Coffee Talk and Tech. And I think a lot of people around the world don't know exactly what that means. It's kind of weird a little bit for some people, but I didn't really realize that because when you're from the Northeast or the East Coast of America, Coffee Talk just means sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and we could talk about anything. Let's talk about whatever you want. That's Coffee Talk. And right, just like you and I are doing right now, we're having a coffee talk. There's my Coffee Talk and Tech mug, but it's just Coffee Talk. And so I wanted to do that. And what's really crazy, and I didn't realize how kind of smart it was at the time. I just didn't want to stick myself in a niche that's so tight that I couldn't expand out. And so I wanted to be a tech channel. I knew that, but I figured Coffee Talk and Tech leaves me open to so much more, right? Which was really something that I didn't realize it was a great idea until later on. And then as I moved forward, I did a review on StreamYard. You guys know Daniel Battelle, obviously, and Dee Niman, right? So I was super lucky to get a review on StreamYard by them. So I'm sitting there, I put my name in there and my YouTube channel, and I had to go to lunch. My family was going out the door. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go. They're not gonna review my channel anyway. So I came home afterwards and they did a whole review on my channel. And I was like, get out of here. I didn't even get to see it live. And so I took in everything they said. And one of the things they said to me was, I don't know if you're trying this, John, because it said Coffee Talk and Tech with a different logo on my top, and it said with John Ryan. And they said, John, are you trying, and I don't know if you are, but don't be afraid to lean into YouTubers. Like, if you want to direct a lot of your stuff towards YouTubers or new YouTubers, don't be afraid of that, because I could see it kind of like happening. And I wasn't really sure, but now if you look at my logo, it says, for streamers and YouTubers, so it's like I did lean into that a little bit, and I took that advice, and then I wanted something, and their other advice was I had a semi-successful video of a Canon M50, and they said to me, you didn't run with another video soon enough. You let that video start building up, and you should have backed in with another video about it to reinforce and run off of that, like that video doing well. And I didn't do that. And I made that mistake. I tried to too late, and I wanted to learn from it. And so I realized that a couple of my videos were getting some pretty decent views for what it was, and I was so small. So I thought about it a little bit more. I talked to my close friend, Chris, and he is done print ad work for 30 years in New York City. He was so kind enough to make this design for me for free. And so he made this design. I didn't change one thing. It was so perfect. He's got like the little XLR cable at the end, the balanced cable. He's got the mic at the top. He's got like the computer panel board inside here. It just fit perfect. And so that was aligning with what Dean Niman and Daniel Patel were saying, Les, don't wait till you're getting to these success levels before setting your brand up in different ways. So I wanted to have this ready because it just makes you look that much more professional. And then I went and got my shirts done and everything through a spread shop. And so this way I had the spread shop set up, and it took me a while to learn that. But basically, I don't have to touch that. If anybody orders anything, it's done. They send it out, and I don't have to have the inventory. And I just think like having those things set up for that success down the road is, instead of waiting for that flow of success and trying to chase it, is much better. And so I'm trying to do those types of things. And I really, when you start planning like that, I think it does set you up for that success. And that was a really good question because I don't think people do that soon enough.
Yeah,
John,
I've noticed that.
yeah.
I've noticed that from you, and I think I believe you have a merchandise already, and
Yeah.
soon enough you'll be selling more of your merch, especially with the design that you have. You have a coffee mug. I saw you have a.
Yeah, so I have a coffee mug, I have the shirts, and I've bought a few things that I'm not totally happy with that I'm going to take off. I didn't think the hat was as good as quality as I liked. And I'm always about I'm going to go out there eventually and check and see if there's other vendors that might be better or not. But I wanted to get the merch out there because, first of all, this design that my friend did, I think he knocked the ball out of the park. I think he did a great job, and I'm so proud of it. But yeah, I think it's just getting ready for that possible breakout. And you know what happened? A month into getting my design done, I had 3 companies reach out to me to do review on products. It's
Wow.
and I'm small, like I'm really small. And they just I think they saw a little bit of professionalism, the way I handle myself, the way I come across, my value system, and the logo definitely helped. And I just had 3 people come out to me. They didn't ask me to buy anything first. They just said, we will send this to you. You can make a video. You cannot make a video. And I was like, that's what I want to hear. So,
Right.
Nice.
John, I also participated in the StreamYard channel review, and they did pick me. And
Yeah.
you know what? I got 3 strikes.
Listen, there were stuff that was wrong. Like, Alan, when they said to me the way your channel was laid out, right? I didn't even know, Alan. I didn't even know at the time that I can go in and change those things. And one of my close friends that's actually, I think, watching right now is BC Paul. And I was doing these live streams every week, and he reached out to me and said, John, go and set your live stream up and coming at the top of the page. So this when people look for your live stream, it's right there. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that. So I'm learning because, listen, as good as I may look or I may sound, YouTube and being successful at it is not something that you're going to learn in 1 year. It takes a lengthy amount of time. And like I said, seeing you do your live streams and catching you here and there and seeing how your thumbnails look and your intro, it just inspires me to get to a certain level too. And that's the great thing. Never be happy about exactly where you are because you want to keep growing, right? And so whatever that little inkling is. So if next week, if I have an outro, because I finally made a decent countdown timer, but if I have an outro, then I'm that much better than I was the week before. So I just try to keep improving.
John, I would like to take this time for Coach Eric just to share a few of his, Coach Eric is very good with regards to TikTok. And he kept on telling me this morning, Alan, you have to go to TikTok. It would help your YouTube channel. So, because I don't have a TikTok account, I created one, but it's just blank. It's just an account. It doesn't have any content. So I just like to take this time. Coach Eric, why don't you share something about TikTok? Because I think it would help our channel if you know something about TikTok. Go ahead, Coach Eric.
Well, it's more of a crossover. I'll definitely use TikTok to grow my YouTube, and same thing as use YouTube to grow my TikTok. I started TikTok a month ago, last September 24. But I started TikTok, I've learned so much from other coaches on how to grow on TikTok, and everything they've said, I took it down and I apply it, and then it took me a weeks, no, like 2 days or three
Coach
days
Eric,
ago. I
Coach
only
Eric,
had
just
yeah.
sorry, just to interrupt. So, how many followers or subscribers do you have right now with your TikTok account?
Well, I'm surprised because I've made 120 videos already as of the date. And 2 days ago, I only had 276 followers. And in the afternoon of October 21, I believe that's October 21, one of my videos, two of my videos, gets viral. And it blew up to right now almost 3,000 followers, and I was
Wow.
shocked. Yeah, and I was shocked. And I think what the coaches, I think because of what I did, based on what other coaches told me, that you have to consistently post, and you have to create a trending videos, a trending viral videos. And at first, I've had only 20, 30, 40, 100 views from day one to like October 21st. The most I have, I believe, 500 views. And right now, I've had two of my videos reaching 40,000 views. And I was
Wow.
shocked. And I was shocked. And I think it's more on consistency that took me to that level to grow that fast on TikTok. And same thing could happen if you do it also on YouTube.
So
Yes.
do you try to drive those TikTokers to your YouTube, or is it totally separate?
No, not yet. I've niched down to teaching small TikTokers on how to grow on YouTube. No, sorry, on TikTok. Community guidelines, how to go viral. That's what I did.
Okay.
Even if I don't have a viral videos, I'm teaching them how to go viral. But I only have 200 views, and then eventually it reached out to one of my two of my videos get viral.
You know,
Even if it's not happening yet, but through my vision, soon it will happen. And I was shocked that last October 21. I've had a lot of notification, boom, 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 boom. So many views, so many comments, very positive comments. They've liked. I was amazed at that time. So yeah, and my plan is also, of course, to teach people on how to grow on TikTok using YouTube, because you can't teach them full length video in
mhm.
TikTok. You only have 3 minutes max, I believe, and you
So
can't do that in TikTok.
So Coach Eric
One.
has a plan. So you have a plan. So now you can drive them back over to YouTube because
Yeah,
that's the whole idea, right? So now you
exactly.
can drive them back, full length videos. You could possibly do live streams, have them show up, and then drive that revenue in YouTube. That's exactly how to do it, right? There has to be intent on getting involved with your TikTok or your Instagram, and this way you can drive people to a place where it makes business sense. And
Exactly.
otherwise,
Right.
you're just spreading yourself out thinner and thinner if you don't. So that's brilliant. That's brilliant stuff, Eric.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right. Right. That is why I am also planning to create my TikTok content, John, and drive them here to my YouTube channel. So it's a different platform, but it drives back here to my YouTube channel.
I think what's really cool about TikTok too is that maybe people get to see a different personality of you, you know? So it can be a little bit more fun and playful. And when people see that kind of stuff, instead of us just talking about the serious side of everything, then they can make a relatability to you a little bit more too. Just kind of like how live streaming does, but then just totally not be serious about it and then drive it right to YouTube is great. Yeah, so
You know what I've
Yeah.
learned also from doing TikTok? The hook. In TikTok, you have only 3 seconds hook,
yeah.
and if you can practice it, if you can perfect it, doing a 3 second hook, and you do it in your YouTube, it will help a lot. And before I'm having trouble uh, to get people hooked in my video in YouTube. But right now, I'm doing it in a 3 second span, a three
Yeah.
second span to hook the viewers on my video.
So
And I've learned a lot so much from TikTok, and now I can level up in doing YouTube.
I agree with you. I need to learn the hook also. And
Yeah.
you can have good intent and good message to people, but if they don't stay, it doesn't matter. You want to hook them, and there's a definite technique with that. And so you're learning it so condensed that you could be able to learn it so much faster. And the key here is you just kept on going with those TikToks because consistency and repetition is how you get there. You don't get strong lifting weights by doing one repetition, right? And so you build these repetitions over time and your tendons get stronger and your ligaments get stronger. And so that whole base gets stronger, and you producing more TikToks is just making that base bigger. And then eventually it supports. And that's one thing I really want to point out, really, that's important, I think, Alan, and I think you may agree with this, is that you don't have to have a big channel for people to realize that your content is important and sustain and of substance. Like your YouTube channel with 20,000 subscribers can be just as reputable as somebody with 500,000 subscribers. And when I think people start realizing that more and more, it's not about that just numbers long game, that there are people with great information that are even small YouTubers, and there's relatability there. And I think that's really important. I think that more and more as it grows, people are starting to see that. And I just and you get that thing where people say to you, and I'm sure you get it too, is that they'll say, it won't be long before you have 10,000 subscribers, or it won't be long before you have 100,000 subscribers. Those people see that in you already. Now it's just that you need to see it in yourself. And so I'm trying to learn that too, and that gives you a lot of confidence to keep going. But like Alan, you're gonna get there. I really like you're 100,000 subscriber channel.
Wow, thank you. So, John, the reason why I asked Coach Eric to share about TikTok, now we all know that it's already October and we have 2 more months and 2021 is already over. So, my question is, of course, we need to plan our next year, which is 2022. So, my question, maybe not only for John, but also to Coach Reynold and Coach Eric, what are your plans for 2022 for your YouTube channel? Now, the reason why I asked Coach Eric, because that is one of my plans or strategy to be able to create my TikTok account, grow it so that I can get the traffic there and, of course, move it here in my YouTube channel. So that's just one. So, okay, so now it's October. Do you have any plans right now? What are you going to do to build your YouTube channel for 2022? So maybe I'll go first with John and then I'll move towards Reynold and Coach Eric. Go ahead, John.
So there's so much to improve, but I think my main factor is, without trying to be overwhelmed, is to put a process together that is much more functional and productive with making videos. And it's something that I get caught up on a little bit, because I'm not a batch recorder, and I think that I have that thought process that I got to start something and finish it, and I don't. I could just record the video today and I could edit it during the week, and I get caught up on having to start and finish something. So that productivity is slowing me up, and I definitely see myself being more productive the next year and trying to pull things together. If I just do that one thing alone, everything else will come together because I'll be able to do more videos and get better at the whole process by doing more stuff. And so that's my goal, is to increase my productivity to be able to be much more smoother and comfortable.
Okay, thank you, John. Coach Reynold, any plans for 2022 for your YouTube channel?
Yeah, as always, we're trying to improve our channel. But right now, maybe the plan is more video uploaded content than the live streaming. So maybe less live stream, but more video content. Yeah. And I also like to share my TikTok. I have also TikTok account. Right now, I have 1,000 subscriber, but I think I already
Nice.
peak out. I'm not sure what happened, Coach Eric, but but you have 200 and then jump to 3,000. For me,
Just two
I got
days. Just
yeah,
two
I got
days.
1,000 right away, but now it won't go up anymore. So
You
maybe
talk
that's
about
the plan for the future to improve my TikTok and try to drive them from TikTok to YouTube. Yeah.
Yep.
Great, great. That's great. Coach Eric, your plans, please.
yeah, I totally agree with what John said about the batch production. That's very important. The batch production. When you don't do that, you'll notice a few months time, 3 months happens, and you've done nothing. And I've learned that from TikTok. I've made a lot of draft because in TikTok you can make uh, a 7 15 minute video in less than an hour. And what I normally do is I've batched produce. I've had 30 videos in draft, and that 30 videos I can just simply set a schedule to release it. And normally, what I do, I post 4 to 5 videos every day. 20 every day. That's every day, literally every day. I've never missed since day one that I posted, and that's a good thing to. That I think that I need to improve even in my YouTube channel. I've never done that, doing a batch production. And while doing TikTok, I've learned a lot. No, I've learned a lot on how to compress a video that would simply hook your audience. I've learned so much from TikTok because in TikTok, you can easily edit a video. But I've learned a lot of techniques. No, I've learned a lot of techniques. That's my plan, no, in doing a video in my YouTube channel. And right now, I'm also trying to check on how I can get into Instagram. What else? Pinterest, Reddit. So many things to But I'll just focus on TikTok. I'll see what the algorithm, how the algorithm works. I For the past first month of my TikTok, I've seen how it works, how the algorithm. You really have to niche
Okay.
down. Otherwise, it will just randomly create a TikTok videos right on the virality of other videos. You'll never grow. You have to niche down. So that's what I did. I've had a TikTok 2 months ago, and I've experienced a community guideline, so it shut down. I've never opened that 2 months ago, and then I focused. And then I focused, learned from other foreign foreign coaches. I've watched all their videos. I've also enrolled in some of the coaches, and then literally I did every single tips they ask me to do, and it really works. Yeah, it really works.
Right. Now for me, guys, for 2022, actually, I already started. For example, in 1 month, I plan to do 2 live stream. One live stream is about interviewing a resource person, just like this one, just like John. We're interviewing John, and the other live stream is it's a game show. We're in. It's like a Family Feud game show. So those are the 2 live streams that I plan to do on a monthly basis. And then I plan to upload 2 YouTube shorts that is less than 1 minute. And then 2 regular videos, maybe 8 minutes to 10 minutes. So all in all, in 1 month, that is like 6 videos. So that is what I plan to do next year, which I want to do it consistently because I want to check who's bringing me the result. Is it the live streaming? Is it the regular videos or the YouTube shorts? So that's why I'm going to experiment with these 3 videos. So those are the things that I plan on 2022. And here, one of our viewer, Sir Michael G says, Alan De Leon, Reynold, Eric, and Sir John, to answer that question, plans for 2022, I will enter lives. Wow, we inspired this guy. Now he's going to do live streaming. I am about to test broadcast next month and, of course,
love
improve mine. All right, that's great.
I love
that's great. Very good, Sir Michael G. And then we have Rene Maru. Plans so much improve, explore, and learn more on 2022. Someday, I'll also be successful as a content creator. Of course, Rene Maru. Just continue. We have a viewer here. It's Kuya JDL. Hello, Kuya JDL. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, going back to John. Okay, we still have enough time. Are you still okay with our time, John?
Oh, I'm fine. Listen, I've done 5-hour live streams, so no problem.
Okay. All right. Okay. Coach Reynold and Coach Eric, if you have any question, just ask any question from John. Okay, here's my question, John. So really very easy question. Now that you are doing live streaming, I can see that you have all your gears, your tools. So how did you acquire them? Do you already have them when you started? Did you purchase them one by one? Because I can see you have a lot of tools and gadgets that you have right now.
Okay, so first things first, I want people to know I'm 50 years old. So I'm not 20, and everybody is going to be starting in a different position. I'm fortunate enough to have a job that I've been working hard at for a long time. And you don't need all that stuff to get somewhere because, like I said, a year ago, I started from ground zero. So my wife started my son was born in 2011. I bought a camera because I took photography. And I was like, oh, my son's born. I'll start taking pictures. Well, that didn't happen. I was working all the time. My wife picked up the camera and started teaching herself photography. And she really took off with it. And at the time, we had a Nikon camera that was the most expensive camera I ever bought in my life. And we used that for 2 or 3 years. And then she got so good at photography. But her first professional camera was a 5D Mark III. She bought that we bought that together in like 2015. She used that for 5 years about. I sold it last year and I got the money from that and I kept the lenses and I upgraded to a Canon EOS R. So that was how I got to an EOS R because she wanted to keep a good photography business and I wanted to have a camera that was good for video. And then slowly I got the original M50 and I was using that to live stream first. And then I slowly just started acquiring more things, but only if it was the cheapest price of the year. Like even my speakers, when I got my speakers right here, the JBLs, right? The JBL 305s, I got those for both of them for $200 during Black Friday. So Black Friday time, I was definitely trying to get the good deals and always trying to find the best prices on things. And then slowly I just started acquiring more things. Like I just fell into loving audio. Like I'm not sure if Coach Reynolds has a Shure SM57, but it sounds great. And I is it a 57?
It's a Sennheiser.
Oh,
It's
Sennheiser.
it's
Yeah,
connected
so
to the Tascam Mini Studio though.
well, it sounds really good, and I'm always a fan of audio because to me, it's what I get the most is you sound great, right? And then the second thing is your picture's clear. But it's the first thing they say is your voice. And so if you're doing live streams, people will sit there, they'll be off their phone, sitting down, they'll put their phone down. They'll listen to you speak for an hour if you sound good. But if you sound not good and there's a lot of reverb, a lot of bouncing of sound, you get ear fatigue. And so I first time ever last month got ear fatigue because I was watching so many new live streamers and the echo eventually started bothering my ears. Literally, it hurt. And so at some point I had to give them rest for a couple of days. And then I really got that. Like I was always preaching it, but I really never had it happen to me. And now I realize like I have a lot of people say your voice is so soothing. A lot of times you know, we can listen to you for 5 hours and sometimes I do that. But yeah, so I really just want to improve over time. And listen, what I have, it definitely wasn't cheap to get here. I wouldn't recommend that from anybody's means, but I just know I'm not going away. Like when you have a plan at some point, when you know you're not going away and you just want to keep on rolling, and I definitely my strong point is going to be live streaming. I just know where I wanted to be. And so I'm fortunate enough to work my butt off and get here.
Right. Very good. Very well said, John. So, John, for new YouTubers and new live streamers who are planning to start, do you have any like golden nuggets of advice that you can give them so that, of course, to inspire them? Go ahead, John.
Well, first and foremost, I would say if you have any inkling that you want to be serious, like any inkling, put a plan together. And what I mean by a plan is Eric asked a really good question earlier about the branding, right? Think about your niche. You don't have to niche down to the smallest thing right off the bat, but if you can narrow it down to the best of your ability in the beginning, or start practicing and making videos if you have an idea that you want to do a YouTube channel, and it will find its own direction. And then when you get serious, then make a YouTube channel that will fit that niche. But don't wait 5 months in and be like me, where I realized I wanted to be serious and then I felt like I was playing catch up. Because once you realize that those 4,000 hours in watch time have to be within a year's time, you don't want to have to go chasing that because you took too long to figure these things out. So if you have any idea about being serious, put that plan together. Otherwise, if you're not serious and you want to test the waters, then I would say test the waters, make those videos the cheapest way you can. Don't invest any money into anything serious, because until you know you're serious, technology always drops in price. So you don't want to buy things and then be caught up with losing the money. And then when you know you're serious, then you start making those upgrades and treat yourself.
Okay. John and Reynold and Coach Eric, as a YouTuber, I experience like one of these days, like I don't want to create a video. I'm kind of lazy, kind of tired or demotivated. So this is my question to the three of you. So do you have any advice or suggestion you can give if you feel this way, like, okay, I need to create another video, but I'm a little bit tired. Maybe I can create one tomorrow. So any suggestions, John? You can go ahead.
Ooh, well, we all feel like that at times. I'm going to tell you, and this is not I'm truly mean this, but meeting people and being in the position I am today, it keeps me motivated because being around people like you and people that are like minded and we care about where we're going and we have intent is really my heart and soul. And so, and that really keeps me motivated. But the fact of the matter is, that doesn't keep you motivated every day because we can't rely on other people for our own motivation, right? So it's got to come from within, but surrounding yourself with people, if you're lucky enough, and there are people out there, people who find your live streams, people who find Eric, people who find Coach Reynolds, people who find me, where they have some kind of backbone support, it really does help you bounce things off and keep you energized for moving forward. And then it's within you. You have to get up with that idea of success, that intent, that idea to move forward. We just saw it. Us being on here, people are watching and they're saying, I'm going to live stream in 2022. I'm going to try it for the first time. And then you hear that kind of energy, and it just makes me so motivated because we're giving people hope to get their messages out and they're excited about it. And I'm telling you, if you don't feel the excitement in my voice and how awesome live streaming is and where meeting people, where last year I would have not known all you great guys, it can come full circle fast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, Coach Reynolds,
Uh,
you're next.
oh yeah. I agree with John, the community. Like, I'm very lucky and fortunate that I have Coach Eric and Coach Allen. Every time we do this live stream, most of the time, there are times too that I got burned out. I get tired. I don't want to do this. But every time Coach Allen invite me to do live stream together with him, my energy goes up again. And I want to do some live stream too. I want to do some content too. Every time I see Coach Allen posting a video consistently, and that makes my energy go up too. So I think it's important to be surrounded by people, like John said, like-minded people that also a content creator, like whatever you're doing, whatever your content is, surround yourself with those people that will give you positive energy, and those people that give you negative energy, just uh, hide that user from your channel. Yeah, so that's way to make yourself always motivated making content. Yeah, so yeah, I agree with Jan. And find your find your niche, find what you like to do, and stick to that niche, like Coach Eric says earlier. Like, don't go. I see one question today that he wants to start a new channel. Yeah, I did that. I did. I started a lot of channel, and it's hard. Maintaining one channel alone is very hard already, and if you make another channel, new channel, maybe it's hard. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll go what John said. Find your people, your community that help you and cheer you up when you're feeling burnout. Yes. And thank you for that question, Coach Allen.
Thank you,
You're
Coach Reynolds. Very good. So, Coach Eric, it's your turn.
Well, that's the hard fact. I'm 49 years old. 2 or 3 years ago, I can go straight 3 hours without sleep. But right now, I can't do that anymore. Uh, I can feel you, Jan. I'm 49. I'll be 50 next year. But 3 or 4 years ago, I was so strong. I can um, do straight 3 days without sleep. But right now, just a few hours stay in front of the cell phone, or even what do you call this, even laptop, I get tired easily. But when you're surrounded with people like Coach Allen, with other coaches that you're following, you feel motivated. You get that strength, all it's coming from within, but you really need to have be surrounded with that with those kind of people that uplift your spirit, no? Not just ano, but also the spirit. In our case with Coach Allen, from time to time, if I feel drained, I would ask him, "Are you free for a call?" Yeah. So yeah, I would ask him if I feel drained or if I have something or I have a, a great idea that I wanted to share with Coach Allen. I would text him, Coach Allen, are you free for a quick call? And if he says yes, I'm so excited to have a video call with Coach Allen, and um, I'll never pass by that idea. No, I'll never. I just text him right away. If have this idea, I'll text him right away. Coach Allen, I need to have a quick call with you. So we'll talk, and then I fired up again. And then that's the right thing to do. In the online industry, somehow you're all alone in your house
Yep.
with your wife and your kids, and you can easily get burned out, and you have nobody with you, right? But the best thing to do is to, of course, use the online itself, no? Just by calling them, texting them, have a video call, a quick chat. Quick chat will help. That's what we do. That's what Coach Allen and I do with some of my other coaches. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my advice.
Congratulations, you are the winner.
Those are my little tricks. There you go. Okay. All right. So anyway, John, you earlier mentioned that I have some tricks with regards to my live stream. I just want to show you some. I'll show you. Wait. I'll just show you. I think you haven't seen this. Have you watched the Avengers, Thanos? I mean, John?
Yes.
Okay, so now I become Thanos.
So I'll take a guess. Is that what is it called? Snap filters?
Yes, you're right. But wait, there's more, John. Look, I can
I
change.
love it.
I can change my voice. I'm going to change my voice now, okay?
Hi, John. How are you?
That's awesome.
Is Thanos.
That's awesome. So Alan, why does Thanos look so much like me?
No, of course not.
That's crazy. I think we're twins.
No. Anyway, well, let me get back to my real face. Now I'm lost.
I'm gonna have to find out a trick to do that with vMix.
Right.
I don't know if that's possible.
What I'm using is voice mod.
Yes.
Change my voice.
Yeah. So you're paying for the voice mod too?
Voice mod is just one-time payment. It's really cheap. It's like $10, I think. $10.
Oh, one-time payment?
One-time payment, and then it's all yours. And if there's an upgrade or an update, additional voices, you get it for free.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's good to know because I thought it was like $10 a month. I thought it was monthly.
No. It's only one time. That's why I purchased it immediately. And they have this they have a discount. I just don't know when they will have a sale. But if ever they have a sale, the price goes down and you can have it one-time payment and it's forever yours.
Oh, good. I'm gonna definitely look into that because I heard about it and all, and I saw it come out. I just didn't like. I try to avoid those monthly things every month. So.
Right. And considering that you do a lot of live stream, it's really fun if you can change your face, change your voice.
Oh yeah, the entertainment factor, and that's the thing that I want to point out. Like a lot of times, I'm starting to learn that live streams don't always have to be about technical importance, or it doesn't have to be about learning something new every time. It could be literally us content creators getting together and having a discussion about supporting each other and the things that you're fighting through. So you can just like sit here and like have a discussion, a monthly discussion, say, hey, what are you fighting this month? What have you been up against? And then we can have this discussion, because there's not anyone watching that wouldn't relate to that. And so then you could say, put in the comments, what are you guys fighting? And then all of a sudden you could sit there for hours and talk about it, because like Eric was saying, we could be 20 years old, 30, everybody's in different circumstances. Everybody has maybe 2 kids, no kids. And so you're working full time, 60 hours a week. And so we can all have relatability, like, of how to improve in different ways and support each other. And then you could throw a Thanos on your face and talk, and we can get a laugh too at the same time. And it's just a home run. I love it.
Yes, right. But now I don't sound like Thanos anymore.
Mommy Lala says that I'm right. I look just like Thanos. Oh well. What can I do?
Well, at least it's Thanos is a celebrity, you know.
I know. You just made me think I should have dressed up for Thanos for Halloween.
Right. That is why I'm using these filters, because of course it's Halloween. You can use these filters, and it's free. It's free. And this coming December, I can pull out a Christmas filter.
Oh, that's
just
awesome.
like this one.
Right.
And if it's my birthday, I can pull out like a party filter. See.
And those are all plugins in OBS.
No, it's a separate software online. Yes, but yes, you can use it for OBS as well.
All right, so you're being secretive, but you're gonna have to send me a message.
Of course. With all the,
I don't want to give all your secrets away, and I'll give you credit, but God, I think I might need to know that.
But John, you heard the sound effects that I use?
Yeah.
Those are all coming from Voice Mod. It has a voice changer, and it also has a soundboard.
So all my sound effects are right out of the Elgato software. So I've downloaded them all through, and I did have one issue with the song that they flagged me for copyright wise. And I went and sent a message saying that it was supposed to be copyright free from Elgato, and they wiped it away. They took it off. So I was real happy about that, because there's actually some really good, I've never had a problem with any of the sounds though. They've never said anything about the sounds. It was just the song that I was using. And now I don't get flagged for any of it after I sent that message, and I actually put the statement also in my description too. So.
Right. Oh my. Look at the time. Time flies when you're having fun. You see, John, I have this curfew. Whenever we hit 10 p.m., then that's it. Live stream is over. You know why? Because my wife will get angry at me. That's why. And I can see it's already 9:40, so we have a couple of minutes left, because every 10 p.m., my wife and myself, we're going to watch Netflix. We have a Netflix date every night. So that's why I check the time. It's 9:41. And if I don't finish by 10 p.m., I'm in big trouble, John.
I copy you, and I have the same date tonight later too. So,
Okay.
Jan,
Okay.
Jan,
So-
he'll be outside the Colombo. Can you say that? Outside the Colombo. That's how we say it here in the
outside the Colombo.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Nice. Yeah.
Am I allowed to say, can I say Mubuhay to everybody too? And
Yeah.
say thank
Right.
and thank you so much for having me. I know, like, Alan and I met a few months ago, and we had a little discussion of possibly coming together, and he made it happen, and I'm very thankful. And I just want to say thank you, Alan, and thank you, Coach Rennell, and thank you, Coach Eric, for having me. And I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you so much. You've learned a lot from you.
I learned a lot
Yes,
from
thank
you
you very
guys too.
much, John. John, definitely we need a part two on this. It's just that we don't have enough time, but definitely we can schedule another time. Maybe you and J.A. Smith. That would be something.
Yeah, sure. And then vice versa down the road too. We got to have you, and that would be fantastic. And we can keep this rolling where we keep in touch with each other every so often.
Right, right. And who knows? Maybe after the pandemic is gone, maybe we can fly there and meet you. Who knows? The future is bright.
That would be great. New York City is a great place.
Right, right, right. So before we end the live stream, John, we'll just need a selfie. I need this to post on my community tab. So, okay, guys, get ready. Look at your camera with your big smile. Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm going to create a screenshot. Okay, 1, 2, ready, smile. All right, I got it.
Yay.
Okay, so before we go, I'll start with Coach Eric. Coach Eric, would you like to promote your YouTube channel? Tell them about your channel and go ahead, Coach Eric. I'll give you the time.
Yeah, you can visit my YouTube channel. It's still live. I'll be doing more maybe next month. And also, if you can check out my TikTok, so we can meet there soon. TikTok is Eric B. Melchor. Just type in ERIC Eric B. Bravo. That's Melchor, like Melchor Gaspar. So Eric B. Melchor. You can check that out. Thank you, Jan. It's been a pleasure. No? We've learned a lot from you, and hope to see you soon.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Eric. So let's go to Coach Reynold. Go ahead, tell them about your channel so they can visit you and subscribe to your channel. Go ahead, Coach Reynold.
Yeah, please. Thank you, Coach Allen. Please visit my channel. I create videos, tutorial about how to live stream and how to create some videos. And again, thank you, John and Coach Eric and Coach Allen for this live stream. Yeah, thank you. See you
Thank you.
next time.
You're muted, Alan.
I'm going to share John's channel. So, John, go ahead and invite them to check out your YouTube channel. John, go ahead.
Coffee Talk and Tech. It's about helping YouTubers and helping streamers, and it's about community. So I really enjoy live streaming, and I live stream on my channel on Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays, and then I live stream on my co-host channel, J.A. Smith, on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And so I know it's a little early in the morning for you guys, but if you're ever in, pop in, just say hi.
Right. Okay. So, guys, make sure to check out the channels of this wonderful people that I have on screen. You will learn a lot from them. And of course, since John is new to our community, he is our go-to person with regards to live streaming. If you want to learn the basic, the intermediate, advanced tools about live streaming and more, then go ahead, subscribe to his channel. This guy is amazing. So please do so. John, thank you very much. Of course, we need to do this part 2 with John, with J.E. Smith. So we'll just schedule it, okay?
Absolutely. I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna end this. And to all our viewers, I cannot mention everybody, but of course I saw Mama Lala, thank you very much, and Sir Michael G, and everybody, thank you for coming over to watch us live. Don't worry, we will have a part 2 on this. So John, Coach Reynold, Coach Eric, thank you very much. So I'm going to end the live stream.
Jeez, he was really intent on getting out of here fast, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's really serious about the curfew.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to go before you guys.
Sorry guys, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the leave studio.
But
That's
you
why they
do
call
on a spring, in a snap.
That's why they call it live, guys.
Just
Right. Wait. A bonus question before we go. John, you need to answer this bonus question. Okay, which do you prefer using? Restream, StreamYard, or Melon app? Let us know. That's the bonus question. Go ahead, John.
That's not fair. So I think they're really fantastic. I think that all of them are pushing. I don't know enough about Melon, but I have seen a couple people using it. But I'd have to say for maybe all the way around, Restream is pretty incredible what they're doing. With the fact of that you can stream to another person's YouTube channel and the background music that they're adding now. And so, but if it wasn't for StreamYard also pushing these other platforms, I think that it's healthy and it's great. And I think that they're all fantastic because they all allow some sort of free software for people to use that lets them live stream. And you have no excuse anymore. Get out there and live stream and come join the community.
Okay, thank you very much, John, for that bonus question. So you heard the man, guys. Make sure to go out there and live stream. Sir Michael G, you promised that you're going to do a live stream. We're going to check you out, okay? So now this is real. I'm going to push the end broadcast, not the leave studio, okay? Yeah. So guys, thank you very much. Good evening from the Philippines and good morning from John there in the US. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for coming. Bye. Okay, end broadcast now.